The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today we're going to test the performance and inspect the features of the Scarab 255 ID, a dual-console bowrider powered with twin 250 horsepower Rotax 4-Tech waterjet engines. This jet boat is 25 feet long and can carry 13 people, or a total of 2,100 pounds, whichever is less. Don't confuse this boat with Scarab's 255 Open G, which is a center console. The twin Rotax 4-Tech engines that power this multi-use sport boat are not only the most powerful jets in class, but they're the same reliable water jets found on Rotax's parent company BRP's Sea-Doo PWCs. To date, the company has built 800,000 of them. Let's look at the performance now. Pairing these twin-jet 4-stroke Rotax engines on a sport boat makes sense from a safety standpoint alone, given that there are no props. And the boat has a draft of just 15 inches of water, making her ideal for skinny water without worrying about prop damage. Our Scarab 255G test boat had a length overall of 25 feet and a beam of 8 feet 4 inches. With an empty weight of 3,660 pounds, 2 gallons of water in the 12-gallon tank, plus 56 gallons of fuel and 2 people with test gear, we had an estimated test weight of 4,104 pounds. With the twin Rotax 250 horsepower supercharged JPS gas engines powering our 255G test boat, we reached a top speed of 54.5 miles per hour at 7950 RPM. Best economic cruise came in at 5,000 RPM and 21.5 miles per hour. It was at that speed that the 4.5 gallon per hour fuel burn translated into 4.8 miles per gallon and a range of 241 statute miles. Now let's see how fast the Scarab 255G got on plane. In less than 2 seconds, the wake indicates planing with the rooster tail and the carved water off the stern quarters. Then we hit 20 in 2.8 seconds and 30 in 4.2 seconds. That all happened pretty fast, so let's take a look at it again. The fun of driving a jet boat is that in high-speed turns, the water jets keep the boat glued to the water. The supercharged 3-cylinder 4-stroke engines on this boat provide amazing acceleration, as evidenced by the time to plane numbers and a top-end speed. Time to plane is important for skiers and wakeboarders, making it easier for them to get up on top of the water. Top speed and sheer power will thrill owners and their passengers alike. Because this boat is sucking in water, the faster it goes, the more suction it has, and the better it sticks to the water, giving the boat the ability to grab the surface and carve into turns at wide open throttle. The Rotax propulsion system is demonstrably different in several ways. First, the jet nozzles are not stationary, they move from side to side. That provides a lot of maneuverability at all forward speeds. Second, because of the shape of the bucket when it's down, it acts like a stern thruster. Third, Rotax has intelligent neutral and reverse, for which Rotax won an NMMA Innovation Award. From the helm, the operator can adjust the bucket slightly up or down because the system is all digital, not cable, and make minute adjustments to keep the boat in absolute neutral. In this way, there's no creep. This combination provides positive low-speed handling control around a dock or when maneuvering to pick up boarders in the water. The wraparound windshield is glass. Each console has a flat dash pad and supports for the windshield. The center windshield panel has a 22-inch wide opening between the consoles. The helm has a 3-spoke tilt wheel, and the 12-inch touchscreen frames the top of the helm dash. This digital combo gauge has water temp, speed, fuel, charge level, tack, and all of the usual engine and boat diagnostics, including GPS and chart plotter. Its mode setting offers 4 computer-controlled modes to match activity. Cruise mode is like setting cruise control in a car, keeping a constant speed. In dock mode, the throttle has 20% of thrust at wide open throttle in the same throw distance of throttle, giving better feel and maneuverability. In eco mode, the boat automatically finds the best fuel efficiency for the maximum on-plane range. And in ski mode, 5-speed preferences can be set to individual skiers so that the exact speeds can be repeated regardless of driver ability. Plus, they can be tweaked as desired. To the left of the wheel is a horn button. Toggle switches with indicator lights are to the right of the wheel, with key and ignition buttons for each engine just below. The safety lanyard and kill switch is on the bulwark in front of the throttle. To the far right of the console is a wake blast ballast system used for filling the ballast tanks for wakeboarding. There's a cup holder just behind. The throttle is on the side bulwark and is noteworthy because one digital throttle and shift control activates both engines. This simplifies control, taking the confusion of twin levers out of the picture. Beginning boaters will like this feature. Below the throttle and shift is a storage net. The Scarab has a contoured helm seat which sits on a pedestal base with a built-in headrest. It slides fore and aft, swivels, and has a flip-up bolster. There's an open back for ventilation and a padded armrest on the bulwark behind the throttle. The helm console has a side access door with a 36-quart cooler on a slide and dedicated storage for the table and bracket behind the cooler. The companion seat has the same adjustments and bolster as the helm chair, along with footrest, audio input jack, USB and 12-volt charging ports, and a speaker toggle switch on the bulwark, along with the cargo net. The console opens into the head compartment. The spring-loaded side latch opens to reveal the optional Dometic porta potty inside. The head compartment has a light over a vanity sink. The compartment has a 46-inch clearance from deck to overhead. There's seated clearance of 29 inches. When entering the boat via the platform, the first thing you notice is the decking. The gray swim platform mat is an option, but makes moving around in bare feet comfortable with good traction. Features on the swim platform include the tow ring, stereo controls, speakers, and water fill on the starboard side. There's also a pull-out shower head. The low emission sticker reminds us that the Rotax engines have a CARB 4 ultra-low emissions rating, meaning it can be used anywhere in the world. The collapsible 4-step reboarding ladder projects 41 inches below the waterline with 2 grab handles built right into the transom. This is one of the deepest sport boat ladders we've measured. There are large index storage compartments extending across the aft section of the swim platform. There are port and starboard overboard drains. The 2 rear-facing seats are positioned for launching water sports and, when anchored, watching kids swimming behind the boat. They are not to be used as spotter seats, however. These share seat backs with the aft cockpit bench seats. There's a freshwater engine exhaust flush on the face of the transom port seat. The engine itself does not need freshwater flush because it has a standard closed-loop cooling system alongside. Below the base of the port side seat is a bracket for a removable table. The 21.5-inch long oval table makes for a quiet spot at anchor, and the bracket removes with a spring-loaded pin so the table can be shifted to the cockpit or the bow. The fuel fill for the 56-gallon integral tank is on the port quarter. Moving forward, there's a 6-inch step up from the swim platform to the 15-inch wide pass-through to the cockpit. The aft cockpit has 2 forward-facing seats that have a filler cushion that can form a bench seat across the back. The handle below the filler cushion is for opening the engine compartment. Deck drains are just below the handle. Aft-facing bucket seats on each side of the boat have molded bases with seats that open and have fold-out leg supports to make 61-inch long chaise loungers. Here's where the spotters sit, and in fact the whole cockpit can be figured to maximize seating for spectators watching the show behind the boat. As we put the leg support back under the seat, note the additional storage in the seat base. These hold fat sack ballast bladders for the wakeboarding system. It's important to remember that this is a 25-foot boat, and note how large the cockpit is. The reason for that is that the jet engines and drives have a low profile, and a seat can be put on top of them. Stern drive engines are high, and seats must be put forward of them, reducing cockpit space. On the bulwark beside the seats are 3 cup holders and a padded bolster with a speaker above. Again, it's the same on both sides. The optional marine mat decking in the cockpit adds sizzle. Also note the grab handles on each seat base as required by ABYC standards. This boat is NMMA certified. Before we move forward, let's remove the center cushion in the cockpit bench seat and check out the engine space below. There are separate battery compartments to either side. The right contains batteries and the battery switch. The left side has the batteries and the 12-gallon water tank. All the batteries have proper tie-down straps. The 4-stroke 3-cylinder inline engines were designed for the marine environment, have closed-loop cooling as standard, so all the regular maintenance points are on top. The Rotax engines have a 1-year anti-corrosion warranty and a 3-year overall limited warranty. As we move forward, take a look at how Scarab integrated the arch with the bimini. The arch has an overhead clearance of 79 inches, and of course, it has speakers and places to carry wakeboards and skis. The bow has a squared flare on the top side, providing space for loungers to either side and a wraparound bench and bolster forward. The bulwarks forward are high enough so that the wraparound bolster is also a seat back. Speakers, cup holders, and grab handles accent the space. And there's more index storage. The entire bow area can be converted to a sun pad / playpen. All the way forward we find the hatch to the anchor locker, and it opens to the side with a preventer strap to keep it upright. A bow ladder and Danforth style anchor are inside. I'd like to see anchor keepers on the bracket to hold the anchor in place. We filled the ballast bladders and tested the wake-forming capability of the Scarab G for wake surfing. This is another important advantage of the Scarab 255G. Because she's a jet boat, it's possible to safely wake surf behind the boat, something that can't be said for conventional stern-drive boats. Overall, the Scarab 255 ID provides a platform for friends and family to enjoy boarding, skiing, and other water activities without worry. And that's my full performance and features inspection of the jet-powered Scarab 255 ID. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.